Morning, peeps. Good morning. Oh yeah, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We are very close now, people. Very close to 25,000. Don't forget to like and share the vids as well. Leave a comment. It all helps, people. It all helps. All right, where are we? What is there to talk about today? You know what? I need this first. I need this. Let's start here. I was watching the open workouts for Josh Warrington versus Mauricio Lara. And I can't lie to you. I mean, Mauricio Lara looks awful. I actually thought it was a bit of a joke. I saw him hitting the pads. And look, he can hit the pads better than me, but I'm not fighting an unbeaten Josh Warrington. I mean, he looked disgraceful. And I don't like to dig people out, but his footwork was just, I thought, it's almost like he's playing possum with us. It's almost like he's like, all right, I'm going to make these guys think I have poor footwork. Because that's what he did. I was watching him thinking, this can't be a fighter who is supposedly, 20-something and 2, whatever his record is. And he's fighting our unbeaten Josh Warrington. Can't be. He looked bad. Really, really bad. We'll see. I was going to do a live stream of that card, like a watch along, but we'll just go live immediately after instead. So that's what we're going to do. Should we do that? I don't know. I don't know. I'll make my mind up in the next sort of 3 or 4 hours. But we might go live straight after that fight, or we might just do a video. We'll see. All right, what's this? Eddie Hearn. After first Fury-Joshua fight, WBO title will have to be vacated. Stop teasing us, Hearn. This is the problem with Hearn. Talks too much, doesn't he? Eh? I love it. I love it. But now we're like, okay, just announce the fight. You're already talking about the fight as though it's happened. Like after the first fight, just announce the bloody fight. Stop teasing. I'm pretty sure Bob Arum, I saw something or read something the other day where Bob Arum has told Eddie Hearn to stop talking about it. Like, just stop. Until the fight is signed, just stop. But I guess Eddie, as much as a promoter and all this and that, he's a boxing fan first and foremost. Well, he's an ex-boxer, didn't he? He had a couple of amateur fights. But he's a boxing fan, so maybe he just can't, from his boxing fan side of him, just can't stop talking about it because he's excited about it as well. But yeah, let's just see. Let's see. You see, even more here. Eddie Hearn, Fury-Joshua have argued over text, argued over FaceTime. It's bizarre. Stop. Just stop. Joseph Diaz. You guys must have seen this yesterday. Obviously, he's lost his belt. He fights Rakhimov, doesn't he? And he's come in 3 pounds overweight. So he's lost his belt. So only Rakhimov can win the IBF belt, which is massively disappointing for Joseph Diaz. It's been a crazy year for him. He's had management issues. He had the driving under influence. When was that? I can't remember when that was, but he had that charge as well. So it's been a bit of a rocky year for him. But yeah, I mean, coming in overweight and losing your belt on the scale. Oh God, disappointing. But look, fingers crossed for him. He beats Rakhimov, which is no gimme. Rakhimov won't run and move. He'll stand in the pocket and trade. If he beats Rakhimov, then there might be a chance of him somehow getting that belt again. Somehow, like fighting for the vacant belt against maybe Tevin Farmer if Tevin Farmer comes through his next fight. So we'll see. But yeah, not a good start. Richard Commey's in action as well. Some decent fights on the weekend. Richard Commey's in a fight against Jackson Marinez. Let's see what Richard Commey can do. Is this Richard Commey's first fight since the Teofimo Lopez knockout? I think it is. Not sure. Yeah, it is. That's quite a while, isn't it? That Teofimo Lopez, the 14th of December. So he's not fought for, 14 months. Jackson Marinez is 19-1. Who's the one against? The one against is an unbeaten Rolando Romero. Everyone is a bit high on Rolando Romero. So we'll see. We'll see what Richard Commey can do. I do think there is a fighter there who can still get back in the mix. You know, when we always talk about this top 4, or the top 4, that 4, it's not 4. I mean, I think people are sleeping on the guys that are around, and Richard Commey's one of them. I think Richard Commey can get back in that mix. Am I saying he can be as good as them? No, but I wouldn't mind seeing Devin Haney, Richard Commey. I wouldn't. Ryan Garcia, Richard Commey. I wouldn't mind seeing those fights. Teofimo Lopez just caught him twice in that fight. Caught him in the first round, I remember it. And he didn't learn from it and caught him in the second round as well. So let's see what Richard Commey can do. But I do like Richard Commey. Bit here about Josh Warrington. This guy really trying to push him, which is important. I feel like for a guy who, for me, was a 2018 fight of the year, had those amazing fights against Lee Selby and Carl Frampton, I still feel like his star power needs to be a bit more. And maybe that's where the Matchroom machine, as we like to call it, comes in. But we haven't seen it so far. But I've seen him do a lot of stuff for Sky this week, so we'll see. They've got to obviously that Ellen Road Leeds United thing is like that, right? He's the captain or something of the Leeds United fan base or something like that. They need to sell that even more because Leeds are on a roll right now and he needs to kind of be on a roll with them. Or at least, when I say on the roll, look, they're 10th in the Premier League or 11th. When I say on a roll, I just mean that everyone's talking about Leeds United and he needs to be, that association needs to be like that because the casual fans really need to get behind him. Oh, I like this one. I'd love this fight to happen. Eddie Hearn, Wilder Whyte, one of the biggest fights in boxing. I'd love to make it. Agreed. That would be something. Like, it looks like Deontay Wilder will fight Charles Martin. That's not confirmed, but that's what looks like it will happen. Obviously, we know Dylan White's got Povetkin. The winner fight each other. Whew. Jesus Christ, man. No joke, I think that would do a small stadium over here. Obviously, look, probably makes more money in America. Yeah, probably does. But I think it'd do a small stadium over here. So it doesn't do a Wembley or anything like that. It would do a 40,000. See, what's a 40,000 stadium? Like, it wouldn't do the Emirates. It wouldn't do Tottenham's new stadium. It wouldn't do Anfield. What's a London? Like, there are stadiums like that are not traditional football stadiums. I mean, sorry, like, we don't think of them as boxing, like Crystal Palace, for example. It would do that. It would comfortably do that. Do you know what I mean? But that just doesn't sound sexy, does it? Sorry, Crystal Palace fans, it doesn't. But you know what I mean? It would definitely do a 40,000 seater stadium, and I think it would do very good pay-per-view numbers over here as well. I really do. Would it touch that magical 1 million pay-per-view buys over here? Not sure. But it's definitely a big fight. In fact, I'd say it's a huge fight in the heavyweight division, those two, right? The lead up to it alone will be worth anything. I mean, you could sell fucking tickets for the press conference. It'll be that good. And you can sell tickets for the weigh-in. It'll be that good. Yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold on it. And I think it's the fight to make next. It really is the fight to make next. Oh, I'd love to see that fight. Man, I'm getting excited about it because remember, it was supposed to happen, right? Or wasn't supposed. Well, all that WBC talk with Dillian Whyte, and he's been waiting 1 million days, all that shit. So look, I'd love it to happen, really do. And I think look, the winner of that fight. I mean, so obviously we have the Usyk-Joe Joyce situation where they're getting close to say the winner of that fight fights the winner of Joshua Fury. I know I'm thinking so far in the fucking future here, but you would argue that the winner of Wilder Whyte could possibly jump over the winner of Usyk-Joe Joyce to fight the winner of Joshua Fury. At a move on, nothing's going to happen like that. What's this? Bob Arum. Fury Joshua is biggest heavyweight fight since Ali Fraser won. Calm down. I mean, I love it, but there's been some bloody, for me anyway, personally, some big heavyweight fights. Like, I mean, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield 2, for me was like, oh my, just because of what happened in 1, that was big. Lennox Lewis Tyson, yes, Tyson was faded, but that was still massive. Massive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that statement. I do think that Wilder, Joshua would have been massive. Like, Fury Joshua is massive, but I think that's more massive for us over here. I don't know if it reverberates across the pond. Wilder Joshua would have been just enormous, especially if, like, oh look, you got to strike while the iron's hot, right? But especially imagine if, and this is all didn't happen, so hey, but if Wilder had beaten Fury and AJ hadn't lost to Ruiz, a lot of ifs and buts and all that shit there, but imagine. Even park that. Just before AJ fought Ruiz, like after Wilder's draw with Fury, if that fight was to happen then it would have been enormous. But hey, didn't happen. Didn't happen, did it? Gilberto Ramirez withdraws from Marcus Brown WBC title clash. Another light heavyweight issue here. Joe Smith versus Maxim Vlasov is off. Vlasov tested positive for COVID-19. That was for the belt that Canelo won. So that was for Kovalev's old belt. So you kind of wonder what's going on with there. All right, anything else to have a chinwag about? I don't think so. Let's have a quick look at good old Mike Coppinger's Twitter page. I feel like I'm a newsreader, just looking for news. I should be a bit more organised, shouldn't I? Nope. What's this? Okay, so a bit here, Mike Coppinger, a bit here about Andy Ruiz Jr. and Chris Arreola. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, this fight was supposed to happen late 2020. They were talking about this fight happening. Didn't happen for whatever reason. Now they're talking about the fight being on for the spring. I mean, that's such a poor opponent for Andy Ruiz Jr. Former heavyweight world champion, right? It's not like he got absolutely mullered by AJ. He didn't. He came in a bit overweight and lost on points. You know what I mean? I was there. I have to keep mentioning that because it was good to be there. Your comeback fight is Chris Arreola. I mean, come on. Shocking. I might be doing an interview with Otto Wallin. I say Wallin. Is it Wallin or Wallin? Today, around 8 o'clock, I believe. We're going to play the interview out on my boxing show with Gareth A. Davis, and I might actually put it on this YouTube channel because I expect the interview to be about half an hour long because I do like to talk, and that's too long for the show. So I might put it up as well. What I am also doing, guys, we'll end on this. All right, yeah, what I am also doing is I'm going to start interviewing, and this is probably going to be from next week, just to mix the channel up a little bit. I'm going to start interviewing people I know, basically. I'm lucky, obviously working for TalkSport and Sky Sports, that I've met a lot of people, a lot of ex-sports stars, not just sports stars, musicians, actors, and et cetera. So I want to start interviewing them. Obviously, it'll be related to boxing, but it'll be about them, their life, and kind of then we talk about boxing and why they like boxing. So, yeah, different names. Robbie Lyle, AFTV, Andy Cole, Darren Bench, you know what I mean? Gabriel Bonnahor, people like that I'm going to try and interview. Hopefully you enjoy it. Bit different, right? Something different. Obviously I'll still be doing what I do now, but just adding different content to it. So yeah, we'll start that next week. I think the first one will be Darren Bent, former Charlton, Tottenham striker, England striker, got over 100 goals in the Premier League, played for England as well, as I just mentioned. So we'll do him first. He's a big MMA and boxing fan. Andy Cole's a big boxing fan as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to start doing on the channel, just to mix it up a little bit. I still want to do Addy and Friends. I'm just so fucking lazy to do it. We'll see, peeps. Peace and love.